Nice. So, this presentation is about steganography, which is the same than information hiding. For those who doesn't know us yet, here is Arnaud Bagnier and Nicolas Baudin. We teach in French engineering school for students that have between 18 and 20 years old in C programming and mathematics. And we are also researchers. He is specialized in cryptography, and I'm specialized in steganography. So the idea of this presentation is just to give you some points about steganography, how you can use it. And during the presentation, we will give some clues to solve a challenge that we have already proposed yesterday. The challenge is still open because no one has already found the solution. So maybe if you want to have a look at the challenge first, download this file. Key is still available. Unzip, and you will find some folders. You will find something like that. You will find a folder like that, except link.txt. Two challenges, the part 1 and part 2, and 2 documents. The first document, steganography part 1, are the slides, and the second document will help you for the challenge part 2. So in challenge part 1, you will have index.html and images, and you have to find 8 flags in this folder. Not only in this folder, but you have to find 8 flags in challenge part 1. To find these flags, you have a lot of different picture, elements, etc. To find these flags and how to manage to get them, just follow the presentation. It will take less than half an hour. And after, you can try to discover these flags. So, is it good for the link? Yes? Okay. So let's talk about steganography. All of you knows about cryptography. Cryptography is a way to ensure privacy. Steganography is a way to ensure invisibility. That means when I have to communicate with someone in a private communication, I can use cryptography. Cryptography nowadays is quite sure. It is hard to break cryptography, if it is well implemented, of course. But if you send your information on a public channel, which is the case, you send your information on the public channel, your information is encrypted, so there are as many as 0 as 1, okay, perfect. But if someone looks at the channel, he will see that there exists a private communication. So the goal of the steganography is to hide this communication into another one, which looks like normal, not ciphered, a normal communication. So cryptography is used everywhere. Steganography is used nowhere, really nowhere. No, of course. We particularly use Stegano in the domain of the defense, for example. And finally, when you want to break cryptography, the goal is to recover the message. When you want to break steganography, the goal is to detect that there exists a communication. Maybe this is a clue. When you want to break steganography, you want to detect that there exists a communication. So, break steganography is called steganalysis. And when you do steganalysis, you detect the communication, you prove the existence of a secret communication, but you do not have to recover the message. Recover the message is closer than cryptography. Okay? That means that once you have the particular file which embeds a secret message, now you can use cryptography to extract this message. Some example, first image example. Why image example? This is because steganography is particularly used on images. So at the left, you have a cover image. That means that nothing is hidden inside. And on this side, you have a stego image. That means that in this image, there is a message. So there is a quite heavy message. And I made a zoom on this area here to see if there is some modification. So of course, the goal is not to see modification, because if you see a picture with a lot of modification, that means that there is something inside. So that's not a good idea. So we will see here how to produce something like that with some security and other stuff which are more fun, but quite far from the real steganography. Maybe you know about watermarking. Watermarking is a way to use steganography. That means that when I want to buy a picture on the internet, for example, I first see a preview of the picture. That means I will see something like that with a mark in the middle of the picture. The idea is to help the buyer to see the picture, but not to download it without paying it. So I want to buy this image. It is quite cool, so perfect. I give some euros and I buy this image, and I will get a perfect image, a large image, in which there is no this mark. But there is an invisible mark in the pictures that proves that I have bought the pictures, when I bought the pictures, and to whom I bought the picture. Because if someday I want to sell again the same picture but at a lower price, the seller can detect this using the information inside the image, and then can call the police and arrest me, for example. So this is called watermarking. Let's talk about steganography, which is the basis of watermarking. Some definitions first, which are not very complicated, but you need some definitions. The common way is to have a plain text, so the message, and first encrypt the message. You have to encrypt the message to protect the message, even if the image is retrieved and the message is extracted. This way, you are sure that your communication is still protected. Okay, it is detected, but it is protected. So then this ciphertext is inserted in a cover medium to produce a stego image. This stego image is sent on a public channel, and finally Bob extracts the image, get the ciphertext, decrypt the ciphertext, and get the plain text. As you can see here, there are two keys. Here, the cryptographic keys and the steganographic keys. Both are useful. Of course, cryptographic key, you know the utility. And steganographic key, this is more particular. Just for the challenge, you need a steganographic key to solve the challenge. How to get this steganographic key? By solving challenge part 1. If you solve challenge part 1, you will get 8 flags, 8 letters, and these 8 letters are the steganographic key that you will use for the second part. So let's continue with medium, cover medium. As I told you, you need a cover medium to insert your message. Which cover medium can you use? In fact, you can use any medium you want if it is digital. So for example, for images, we make the difference between uncompressed and compressed images, because the way of using steganography on uncompressed and compressed images is quite different. This is quite hard to use steganography on compressed images, and this is quite easy to use uncompressed images. So for the uncompressed images, you get a lot of different file types. We will see just after what is the particularities of these file types. And on compressed images, you got only the JPEG format, which is a real standard in compressed images, but maybe you know that there exist some other file types, such as JPEG 2000, for example. This is the same way for the sound, for the video, and you know that you can hide information anywhere. For example, in text, you can use a lot of tricks to insert information in text. For example, you can add some spaces, some very, very little spaces in the text, which code for 1 or 0, the size of the spaces, for example. You can use, for example, the first letter of each word. First letter of each word that will help you to insert another word. There is a lot of tools with the text. PDF, you have a table of content that you can modify. Web page, for example, in HTML, you can add some comments. Comment on dit ça? In HTML, when you put title, BR, the name of this tag. Okay, thanks. The tags are not case sensitive, for example. So you can use this again to insert 1 and to insert zeros. Add some comments, write something in white on a white page, for example. So this looks like very simple stuff, but you have to know that a lot of virus uses simple steganography, very, very, very simple steganography. The goal is just to hide the information to prevent the antivirus to find that there is a virus. So pirates really like this kind of steganography. And maybe this kind of steganography is used in the challenge. Maybe. Let's talk now about images. Why images? Because images is the real center of the steganography nowadays. The research are maybe at a level of 80%. There is a publication with image steganography nowadays. So again, what is an image? All of you knows that. You have the light. Light is registered by a sensor. Sensor is divided in 3 cells. 3 cells, RGB, red, green, blue, for 1 pixel. So each pixel contains 3 values. These 3 values are then registered in a file format. The file format is a way to store information about an image. And you've got different file formats. For example, you've got JPEG, you got BMP, you got MP3, etc., etc. How to recognize this file format? Using the magic number. Magic number is some characters, some bytes, that begin at the very, very first beginning of the file. So that means that if you open a JPEG file with an hexa editor, you will find the first 2 bytes. The value will be FFD8. So this is a way to recover, to be sure that there is an image. Then you have the header. On the header you have a lot of informations, such as the width of the file, the height of the file, the brand of the brand camera, for example. A lot of information on the picture and around the picture, such as the location of the picture, etc. And then finally, you've got the pixels in RGB format. So where to hide information on images? First, because this is digital, you have the possibility to add some comments. Most of the time, most of the format can add some comments. Comments are not visible when you see the picture, but they are registered in the code of the picture. So yes, you can use some comments. Comments could be placed in the header value, but what is more interesting here is to use pixel modification. That means the information is not in the side information of the picture, but in the pixels of the picture. That means that you have to extract the message from the pixels. How to do that? Let's see. This is particularly useful for the second part of the challenge. In the second part of the challenge, we ask you to extract some information from a picture. In the first part also, you need to extract some information about picture. But this is quite easy because you do not have to code anything. You can do this by hand. So for example, let's see how to insert information. Suppose that this square is a picture. So maybe this is not clearly visible here, but you have 9 pixels here, 9 pixels, 9 gray pixels. And below here you have the values of these pixels, written in binary format. The idea is to hide this word, okay, in binary, in these pixels. As you can see here, we have 9 bytes, and we have here 9 bits, sorry, and we have here 9 pixels. The idea is quite simple. You just have to replace the LSB. LSB for least significant bit. That means that for each pixel, you remove the LSB and you replace the LSB by a bit of the message. So here, first bit is 0, I erase and I put a 0. Second bit is 1, in the second pixel I put a 1. Third bit 1, third pixel 1, etc., etc. So how to do this? This is quite easy. You just have to compare the parity of your pixel with the parity of your bit. If they are different, modify it by adding 1 or retrieving 1, for example. So this is quite easy to produce, and the result is different. Here, the picture has the real values here. So as you can see, this is the cover image, this is the Stego image. So there is no visual modification between these two images. So this is a way to use steganography commonly. So of course, nowadays steganography is not just this. That means that you have a lot of algorithm that allows to modify less pixels for the same message size. For example, you can choose the area you want to modify, etc., etc. But this is quite hard, in fact, and to present this only in 1 hour, it could be a bit difficult. I've talked about uncompressed images. What about compressed images? Why they are so different, compressed and uncompressed images? So as you know, JPEG was created to save space, to save disk space. It works very well because you compress information, and how to compress information, you have two solutions. Remove some unuseful information or compressed without losing anything. So JPEG uses these two technologies. Some information which are not useful for the eye, it erases this information. And finally, this leads to a better compression. So first, to use a JPEG image, you have to recognize a JPEG image. How to recognize? Again, using the magic number. Magic number is FFD8. Then, following this magic number, you have another marker. This one is a text marker, which is called JFIF. Okay? There's two markers at the beginning of the file. At the end of the file, you have another marker, which is FFD9. So this is a JPEG file. That means that everything that is after this file is not taken into account. So your viewer only consider information between FFD8 and FFD9. Again, maybe this is a clue. So first, you recognize the JPEG image, and then you want to insert some information in the JPEG image. Again, a very easy way to do this is to modify some EXIF information. EXIF information are side information about the picture. Again, for example, the location where the picture was taken, the camera model which the picture was taken, the GPS position, etc., etc. So you can modify this information. They are not displayed in the screen, but you can send this to anyone, and if these people knows how to read this value, he will get the secret message. Again, you can add some comments, because the comments are very, very, very easy to add in a JPEG format. You can add it, maybe right-click properties. I think you can add some comments. You can add some comments with GIMP, for example. GIMP is very practical to add some comments, etc. And to read comments, of course. And so finally, a better way to insert information and a more secure way to insert information is to modify the pixels. But here, you do not have access to the pixels because pixels are compressed. So first, you need to decompress the picture, get DCT values. DCT values are not directly pixel. This is transform pixel. Okay, perfect, but it is quite reachable. And modify this DCT coefficient to insert information. So just remind that in a JPEG image, you do not have access to the pixels. You have access to a transformation of the pixels. And this is not very easy to modify and very easy to manipulate. So I'm sorry, in this lecture, I cannot present this because this is quite long and maybe boring. So let's take this apart. If you have any question, of course, I will be happy to answer it. So this is a way to insert information in compressed images. Of course, in the challenge I propose, you have a lot of compressed images. So use these clues to extract information. Finally, once you have inserted information, it is now time to detect the communication. So now we place ourselves as a bad guy, and we want to see if on a channel, on a particular channel, there is a secret information. So we want to make steg analysis. To make steg analysis, first you need to understand how steganography is used, how we can create steganography. In fact, remember when we are here, we modify the LSB value. Okay, so for example, here we have a 0 and we want to insert a 0. Okay, perfect, nothing to do. For example, the third one. The third one is a 0 and you need to insert a 1. That means that I will replace this 0 by a 1. The mathematical operation associated is add 1. Okay, which is quite simple. Another example here, I have a 1. I want to insert this 0, so I retrieve 1. So that means that even values, when they are modified, they always become odd values, and odd values, when they are modified, they'll always become even values. So this is the observation that you can make here. This brings bias in the histogram of the picture. Histogram of the picture is something like that, that counts the number of times you have a 0 pixel, a 1 pixel, a 2 pixel, etc., etc. And if you see the histogram, this is a histogram of a classic image. This is a cover histogram. What is this histogram? It is quite regular. That means that if you look at the curve are quite regular. Okay? Stego images. We told that zeros became even values became odd and odd values became even. That means that you have pair of values appearing. So that means as many zeros as 1, as many 2s are 3, 4, 5, etc., etc. And you have this staircase effect, which is quite visible here, only having a look at the histogram. Okay? So this is a very easy way to detect, okay, poor steganography, but to detect steganography. So when you have a lot of pictures and you do not know how to detect communication, just have a look at the histogram and you will see in these pictures, if there is a stego picture, you will see a histogram like that with staircase effect. So this is just a zoom on the histogram. Okay, perfect. I was very quick. Let's talk about the challenge. I have proposed you, again, a challenge. First part is quite the easy part. There was a lot of clues in this presentation to solve this first part. At the end of this first part, you get 8 flags, 8 letters. These 8 letters are the key for the second part of the challenge. What is the second part of the challenge? Everything is detailed in this document. In this document, you need to modify a C program to use steganography and to compute steganography. So don't worry if you never have written C before. This is quite easy to understand, especially if you have written in Python or some other language. The idea here, we explain how to insert information in the BMP file and how to extract information from a BMP file. So there is 2 parts for the extraction. First part here is LSB's extraction, and you practice some work to get information of a picture, to get information inserted in the picture, and to be sure that you have well read the information, you must extract from the picture called test.bmp, you must extract the word, this is a Putu bird. Putu bird because the picture is a Putu bird. Have a look on Google for Putu bird, really. So once you have extracted this word, the challenge is not ending. This is not the end of the challenge. This is just a step of the challenge. The final challenge is to compute a particular algorithm that uses the steganographic key. So this algorithm is known as the Knutshuffle. I will let you read this document if you want. But the Knutshuffle is used to spread information in the image. As you have seen in my presentation, the first bit is inserted in the first pixel, the second bit in the second pixel. This is very easy to extract. Okay? So the idea now is to insert the first bit in a random position in the picture, the second bit in a random position in the picture, etc. And so this Knutshuffle allows this. But it needs a key. And this key is the key that you can grab from the first part of the challenge. So, first part of the challenge, quite easy. Use the presentation, there are a lot of clues. Second part of the challenge, steganography, LSB extraction. We are Friday afternoon, so it was normally dedicated to steganography part 2, to practice steganography part 2. We are here to help you in this task. And just another clue for the challenge. I forgot totally to tell this yesterday, and I again forgot this in this presentation. I have a question for you. You saw that when you practice steganography, you modify some elements and you send your picture on a public channel. Okay? What happens if I take a picture from the internet, modify this picture, and send it to the public channel? Does it help anyone? Does it help the receiver on the information? Does it help the pirate that is looking for the public channel? Just think about that. This is a clue, of course. Again, if I take a picture from the internet to insert information inside, is it a good idea or not? I think this is the end of the presentation. Some of you have tried to solve the challenge? Or not yet? Or not at all, maybe? Okay, not at all. So maybe if you want, try to solve it. Open the folder, check the picture, check at the folder, see what is inserted inside, and this is the best way to learn steganography. The best way to learn steganography is to practice. So just practice, try something, ask to us for help, and we would be happy to help you. Any question? Perfect. Thank you.
it's easy to see difference if you have the original picture and the stego picture?
No. In fact, here, okay, there is a difference. No problem. I have the original one. I have the stego one. But a cover image, this is a typical histogram of a cover image. That means that this is quite regular, okay? And here you have a staircase effect. A staircase effect will appear only in a stego image. That means that you only have to read the histogram and not have the cover image in front of to compare and to make the difference.
But, okay, so difference, like there is some kind of staircase on the cover picture too, but
Yeah, 2 by 2.
2 by 2, that's the,
Two by two,
yeah,
that's
that's
the slabs of the fence.
okay.